today's big card reading, we're going to go over what people are saying about you guys these days. My name is Jacey Everly, and this channel is all about connecting with your highest divine self. And if you're brand new to pick a card readings, all you have to do is pick a number between 1 over here, 2, or pile number 3, whatever deck you're most drawn to. Once you've picked your pile or number, go down to the description box below, click on the timestamp that correlates to the pile that you've chosen, and that is where your reading will start today. And without further ado, let's start with pile number 1. Pile number 1, how are we all doing? Hope you guys are having a wonderful time. I am posting this around the New Year's, Christmas area, I think. So let's find out, what are people saying about you guys these days? These are timeless readings, so whenever you found this reading is exactly when you're meant to be hearing this message for you guys. Oh, heart chakra. And you also picked the specifically green chakra oracle deck. So let's get more cards before we jump to assumptions. Really heart-based energy though. Lots of passion, lots of fire. Whew. Oh, this is a... Oh, I thought there was another card underneath there. Oh my. Oh my, pile number 1. You so far have the heart chakra deck from... I was going to say the heart chakra deck. You have the heart chakra card from the heart chakra deck. You have take the lead, and this just screams to me like passion and oozing out of your heart space, just so excited about something. One more card, please. Okay, I love this for you. Pile number 1. I don't know what you've been doing. I don't know where you are in your evolution. This reading isn't about that, but you guys are doing something so, so right, and so... Your energy is so big and so, in a good way, it's like it's so healing. It is almost intoxicating to some people. What people are saying about you these days is that they're, and if they're not saying it, they're definitely thinking it. They're saying and thinking that pile number 1, they are such loving people. They are so blessed to be in your life. They feel so welcomed in your life. Every time they're in your energy, they feel special. They feel heard. They feel good. And when people feel like they can trust someone, like they trust you, that is such a testimony to how you are as a person, because to be a trustworthy person, to be a trustworthy individual in any capacity, there is a level of emotional maturity, there's a level of soul evolution, there's a level of self-development that has happened within you over the years, over the time. And just you as a person, people enjoy you so much, and you feel like such a safe place to be. And that in itself is such a huge compliment. And people feel this, say this. Whenever they talk about you, they're like, wow, pile number 1, they're just amazing people. And sometimes they can't even find the words to describe how amazing you guys are, because it's energy based. People feel your energy. They feel good. And they can't quite put their finger on it, what it, like for the people that are not as evolved or aware, they just simply don't really know why they like hanging out with you, but they just know that they do like hanging out with you. So it's not so much that a lot of people, like, I don't feel or hear a lot of gossip around you. I just feel a lot of good energy around you. When people think about you, they think nothing but good thoughts. They feel safe. They feel warm. They feel like when you look at them, they feel like you see them. Like when some people, they look at you and they're kind of like just like glazed over, and you can tell they're not really present. But with you, pile number 1, they feel like you're actually present and staring and piercing into their soul almost in some cases. So when people have something, when you do come up in conversation, people say that pile number 1 is so generous, so kind, just a loving person, just someone that deserves the world because you give so much out to people. And people do see that. People do see that you're a giver. But at the same time, I feel like pile number 1, the energy that I read into for you is that you're an evolved giver. So as in you're giving from a full cup, which is a beautiful place, and that adds to the whole trust factor of who you become and how and why people feel like they can trust you, because they can sense that you trust yourself too, pile number 1. And that's why you trust yourself to give to yourself, to make sure you're taken care of, to make sure you have what you need to be a functioning adult in this world. And because you take care of yourself so well, you're able to take care of other people just as good. And you're giving from a full cup. That's what people sense from you. I'm pretty sure that's not what exactly people say about you, but it's in this vicinity. It's in alignment with what I'm saying, what I'm describing. They try to find these words. It's kind of deep. Like, people don't just, I mean, sometimes people will just have immediately deep talks, but, you know, in terms of conversationally, it's like, oh, how's pile number 1 doing? Like, have you heard from her? Have you heard from him? Like, how are they doing? Like, the people wonder, like, people care about you. I do sense that energy too. People truly do care about you. And people that know you through mutual, like, if there's mutual friends getting together of yours, they do ask, like, oh, how is she doing? Like, have you talked to her? Like, what's going on in her life? What's going on in his life? They want to know. And when they think of you, it's nothing but good thoughts. You're just a warm, fuzzy, bunny kind of energy. Open up. When people think about you or when they talk about you, you have this open channel and you're just so open to receiving. So people say stuff like, pile number 1 is so good at manifesting what she or he wants. Pile number 1, you guys are so good at being open to different forms of thinking, and you're adaptable. You're a level-headed, adaptable person that's also a social chameleon. You have the ability to understand people very fast. At the same time, you're accepting and non-judgmental of people, which is a beautiful. People love being around you guys, pile number 1. I feel like I'm really gassing you up, but this is not that at all. I'm like, wow, I'm just showering you with compliment after compliment, but this truly is what I'm reading for you guys. What are people saying about you? Like, you guys are doing such a good job with just doing the human thing on this earth. You are a truth seeker, so when you hear someone say something that doesn't seem like it's a truth, you clarify. You're like, what do you mean by that? And you ask more questions. Like, people know they can't BS you or slide by you in any way. You guys just understand people, and that adds to why people trust you so well, because you can see through their BS. You can see through them. People crave for connection and to be seen these days, and you offer that. So pile number 1, not only do you have such trusting energy and just generally a very good aura that you carry around yourself, and people, it manifests in different ways. People say, like, pile number 1, they're such like loving, caring friends. They are so giving. They are just so nice to be around. And it's like, hey, like, every time someone wants to, it's almost like a privilege to hang out with you, pile number 1. They do sense that as well, because, like, wherever pile number 1 is where it's happening. There's that aspect in it as well. So you also have to take the lead card. People say, pile number 1, you guys are so good at following your passion. Pile number 1, you know what you want and you go after it. You're really good at getting what you want. Okay, so you have 2 cards that imply seeking the truth, and you seek in general. So when people think about you, it's like, yeah, you just know the deeper levels of life. This deep knowing. You guys must be so spiritual and so you guys have done the work in terms of self-development and overcoming trials and tribulations in life, and you guys have successfully overcome trials and tribulations of life, because people can see your maturity, people can feel your maturity, people can hear your maturity when you open your mouth and speak to them and talk to them, conversate with them, interacting with the world. People feel like you come from a very good headspace. And that's why you guys are also, you know, another aspect of trustworthiness there. People say, again, taking the lead, it's this energy of just knowing what you want and going after it. When people talk about you, they're like, yeah, pile number one, they're probably out chasing their dreams and achieving them. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if pile number one has bought that house. I'm not surprised if pile number one has started that company or launched their product and it was a super successful launch. You know, people think these things. They just assume that you're successful, pile number one. What a beautiful reading. Who are you guys, pile number one? This is great. This is all I have for you guys for your reading today. I will see you in another one. Bye for now. Pile number two, how are we all doing today? Hope you guys are just keeping warm. I'm posting this around middle of winter time, around the New Year's, I think. We'll see how I cue these when I get around to editing this video as well. But whenever you found this video is exactly when you're meant to hear this message. So what are people saying about you guys these days? Pile number two, what are people around you saying about you? What kind of gossip? What kind of tea? This is so interesting. I feel like everyone that's tuning into my channel or my video or something is like, I feel like I'm collectively tapping into something, because this is very similar to pile number one, but it does feel different. There are distinct differences. So pile number two, first of all, when people talk about you, they think you're absolutely beautiful on the inside and outside. When it comes to the materialistic, more superficial things about you, pile number two, people think you're absolutely gorgeous and your hair is so beautiful. The way it's just so, even if you're a guy, it's just something about your hair, the way you wear your hair, the way you style your hair, and maybe it's just even that maybe you don't do anything with your hair, but it's just the natural texture or the natural color of your hair that is just so pleasing to the eyes, pile number two. Also, your eyes are very piercing. Your eyes are people are really drawn to your eyes, and the power you have in your eyes is such a interesting thought. I've never had this thought in my brain before. But for you guys, pile number two, when people look at your eye, you have so much power in your eyes. You literally have power and influence in your eyes. So I don't know if you guys know that, but the way you look at someone or when you make eye contact, it immediately uplifts their day, or and your eyes are very expressive, so you communicate through your eyes as well. What people are saying about you guys these days, pile number two, is that, oh, do you guys stay at home a lot? There's something about the home. I feel like there's two sides to this. That's why I'm confused, because I feel like some of you guys stay at home a lot, and like they're just saying, I feel like the talk around you is less, it's more about surface level things like, oh, they're just at home a lot these days, or something about the home, or like you're moving homes or you're creating a new home. There's also energy in that direction as well. Pile number two, people are saying that, okay, they're just noticing what you're doing. I feel like you're at the stage of your life where you're looking for more peace, more stability, and people can see that. People are like, pile number two, they've gotten rid of some friends, they've gotten rid of some toxic people. They are doing what they're doing, and I feel like some people are just simply respecting your space. And pile number two, people think that you are focused on your success, your path of success. So it's like there's not, ooh, okay, I love that for you. So people are noticing you're building your foundation. You are achieving what you want to achieve. People are just simply, they know that, even if you didn't tell them, even if you don't feel like they know this about you, they sense that from you. Pile number two, people in your life, they're like, oh, pile number two, yeah, they're just working on their goals, or they're being busy with what they're doing. They are achieving things in their own way. There are people, I feel like this heavy respect energy coming off of the people in your life and the people that talk about you or think about you. They highly respect what you've done lately. I don't know what you've done to gain such high regards, high respect, but I do sense that strongly. Whether you maybe put down a strong boundary or you've kicked some people out of your life, there is this huge sense of respect, and people notice that you are going to bigger and better places. You're evolving. You are doing what you're meant to do in this life, which is you're moving. You're shaking and moving. And when you shake and you move, things that are not meant to be in your life are going to fall away easily. You're no longer in the vibration where you allow people to treat you in a certain way. You are now at a higher level of frequency where you're attracting people that match where you're at in your evolution. We have the Harmony cards. So people are noticing, I feel and sense that like people can see and hear and feel you've grown a lot lately, pile number 2. Everyone notices, whether you realize it or not. People are noticing that your energy has become bigger, and some people are intimidated by it. Some people a lot of people highly respect it. Some people are relearning how to be with you. People are relearning how to talk to you because they've noticed that you've grown and they want to grow with you, and that's beautiful. I love that you have these people in your life, pile number 2. You guys found a new sense of peace and stability, and you are working on even more peace and stability, and you're creating a really solid foundation for yourself, and that adds to the level of respect that people have for you. And on top of that, you're a gorgeous human being. Harmony. So what people are saying is, if you're in a partnership, I feel like some of you guys have recently attracted your divine counterpart, long-term potential partner. If you guys aren't long-term, like at that stage of officially being long-term, but maybe you guys are just started dating, but you see the potential. You guys have earned this. It's a completely brand new relationship that you haven't experienced before. It's so much healthier. And if you guys haven't already found what I'm describing, you guys are coming into this level of connection. Whether it shows up in a new business partner, a love partnership, or a new friendship that is so much more healthier, so much more nurturing, nourishing. You guys are meant to experience this level of maturity reflected back into you because you have matured, you have grown, you're about to be rewarded. I sense that, and I also hear that in one of your messages in your reading, pile number 2. You have worked through what you needed to work through. You have become more beautiful because the inner maturity and evolution is reflecting back out into the physical form as well, as outer beauty as well. You guys are letting your divine guide you. Did that make sense? You're letting the divine guidance. Whispers from beings who shine. Let their messages be clear and kind. You guys are being led strongly right now, and you have been hearing and you have been receptive to it. And so the fairies, the angels, God is wanting to reward you in the form of even more stability, even more success. Look at the success card in a completely different card. And beautiful, harmonious relationship. A type of relationship you're looking for. I know some of you guys aren't looking for a new friendship or a new partner even. Some of you guys are looking for a new business partner. It's however it applies to you. Whatever you've been looking for in terms of a human-to-human connection, you're going to get it. Either you're going to get it or you're already living it. You're already there, pile number 2. You have grown and evolved where you have reached that level of, first of all, inner respect for yourself, and now people outside are respecting you because you have this newfound respect for yourself. Recognition and reward. Again, we've talked about this. You are being recognized in the spirit world, in the spirit realm, and you are being rewarded right now, or if not, then very soon. you will be rewarded. Pile number 2. So that is a reading I have for you guys. Pile number 2. Thanks for letting me read into your energy, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. See you in another one. Bye for now. Pile number 3. How are we all doing? I hope you guys are keeping warm, having a lovely start to your new year, or maybe closing your 2024. I'm not sure when I'm going to edit this and post this, so it's going to be around the winter time, but whenever you have found this reading is exactly when you're meant to be hearing this message. So what are people saying about you guys these days? Pile number 3. Pile number 3. This is so interesting. Have you guys moved away from something or someone? Because that's the gossip around you guys these days, is that you've moved on from something or someone. Whether it's a toxic friend group or a toxic, just one friend, toxic someone, you've moved on from something, and because you have walked away from something, it like shocked their world. You've really shaken up their world by walking away and having that strong boundary of not accepting that behavior anymore. And so their world is completely shaken. They're like, oh my gosh, they didn't think that you could walk away. They didn't think that you're strong enough or have that level of self-discipline or self-respect to walk away like that, like the way you did. And they're shocked, and they're like, oh my God, like they're just recalibrating their whole world because now you're not there. This is one side to it. I might not, for some people it's more like a smaller aspect in your life, but I feel like there is this sense of like, okay, you walking away, and it's like that's what people are gossiping about, or maybe you're just leaving a job and people are talking about how, yeah, pile number 3, they're just like people are asking like, hey, like have you heard of pile number 3? Like what are they doing these days? And they're like, yeah, they're just, it looks like they quit their job or something, or they're just transitioning, or it's nothing bad. It's like, or good. It's more like neutral. They're just talking about things that they assume that you're doing. It's nothing malicious like that. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is like a career. I feel more career things that people are talking about, or about your money or something. You guys are successful. People do. I feel that energy around you when people feel into you or think about you. They think that you're a successful person, and you have this ability to get what you want. You do have that. I do sense people, maybe they might not say it out loud, but they do think it, that they feel like you have so much more potential to grow into. They see you, they see you're successful. You have people that support you just deeply and absolutely love and adore you in your life. And they feel like you could do so much better. Like, yeah, you're already successful, but you could be so much more successful. It's like they see you so much greater than maybe you see yourself. I feel this energy. So what people say about you is that you're a really good teacher. You don't have to be literally a teacher, but I see that people learn from you. When you talk, the way you live your life, the way you do life, people learn a lot from just witnessing how you do things. People are saying that because you moved on, you've found something better, and take it how it resonates. Maybe it's that you moved on from your ex and you found someone better. Maybe you have quit a job and you found something better. That's what people are saying and feeling about you these days, is that they just notice that you've done a little upgrade for yourself, pile number 3. And they're like, damn, look at pile number 3 go. Making moves and not being afraid to let go and move on, which is so good. Pile number 3, people are noticing because you've gone through what you're going through right now. And people are noticing, if it's not actually like consciously, people are subconsciously noticing that, you are, there's a lot of opportunities and ideas coming your way. And Spirit is guiding you, pile number 3, these days very strongly. It's like at this time in your life, you need more guidance than usual, and Spirit and God knows that and is currently giving you the messages and guidance you need at this time. So spend more time meditating or whatever it is that grounds you, because right now receiving messages is so important, and just being in tune and in a full alignment with who you truly are will help you get to the next stage in life that is completely meant for you and is the highest next evolution for you guys, pile number 3. People are noticing that you are taking time off to recharge, because at this stage people see you, it's like you're not hanging out as much as you used to, or you're just simply not going to work because, well, you're thinking about quitting, or you've given your notice, something on the lines of that. People notice that you're just doing a little, like, you're stepping back a little bit. You're definitely, if you haven't fully walked away, you're at least most definitely stepping back, like a full step back, just to kind of like reevaluate the situation. And because maybe some people have really tested your boundaries, so you are stepping all the way back because they are violating your space. And that being said, if that is something that has happened to you, they got it. They understand. They know what's up, and they have learned, and they're not going to do it again. And for the ones that would do it again, that will be your actual last straw. If it's more like a step back and you haven't already decided, I see some of you giving something one more chance. And if that one chance doesn't meet your satisfaction, then you're going to leave. There's a few different possibilities in the energy that I'm reading into for you guys. This Emperor energy is a nice energy. You know, the Emperor energy is an energy of finding what you're looking for, is an energy of stability, is an energy of fairness, of kindness, and someone that is well established. So you, pile number 3, people are saying, like, when they think about you, or when people talk about you to someone new, they talk about you in really high regards, actually. It's like, yeah, pile number 3, they've done this, and that. And I mean, and I also feel like people respect you. So it's like, hey, like, pile number 3 can tell you from their own words, like, what they're doing. But, you know, if they are really going to talk about you, they say, like, oh, pile number 3 is well established. They are good people. They have nothing but good things to say about you. Listen. So I feel like this listen card speaks about how our whole grounding point we spoke about earlier, about needing to ground yourself so that you can hear. Because look, the imagery here is of a seashell, and it's not, you need to put the seashell right next to your ear to really hear the whispers of the wind, per se. So this is an advice coming through to you in this reading, is to be grounded and put your ear to the ground. Metaphorically speaking, maybe for some of you guys, you quite literally put your ear to Mother Nature, like listening to a tree, listening to a seashell. That will give you answers. For others of you, whatever your form is, maybe it's journaling, maybe it's meditating, maybe it's connecting into the Akashic records, whatever your form of grounding is, and whatever your form of connecting to God is, whoever your God is, freedom. Yeah, what people are saying and feeling and noticing about you guys these days is that you're looking for that freedom. You're looking for that, you want to be free. You want to do that thing. You want to be unhinged. You want to be you. You want to be bold. You want to be, you don't want toxic people to hold you down anymore too. You just want to grow and excel, and you're ready for that. You feel it. You want that. You're already going after this state of mind, this state of being, and it's such a beautiful energy to tap into. I just feel so much liberation and expansion for you guys, pile number 3, and people are noticing that about you guys these days. So that's the reading I have you guys, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you in another reading. Bye for now.